Hey guys, what's up? It's here. Welcome back to Danganronpa. We're going to the data room this time to watch that little CD that Kyoko gave us. Might have been this. Data room might be downstairs actually. Alright, so I don't remember. Actually, Sayaka was alive when we were in the data room, or whatever room we used to read, so it should be right here. Now, we never watched 3 discs before. We never watched Sayaka's in the anime. We never watched this one in the anime, so let's get going. Well, then I better take a look. Sayaka? Seeing a total surprise. I haven't seen Sayaka in who knows how long. And
okay then, are you ready to begin? I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation. So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
I accept.
Thank
What?
you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
Yeah. And if I was confused before, well, I saw pushing me right over the edge. Huh? What I saw was me. We did see this video. I just don't think Kyoko gave it to us.
Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Why do I look so mad?
Yes. Shall we, Makoto? There's a can you accept?
Yes.
I'm sorry,
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you as the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy.
Coco, Hina, everyone. Huh?
Say what?
Oopsie, looks like it broke. Out of service.
Too bad.
Now then, when it doesn't matter, failure can strike anyone anytime. That's what failure is, right? Failure. You cut the power off on purpose. Oh, well, whatever.
That's right. It would seem... Hey.
Yeah.
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end. And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black, there is no storm, of course, than that. But as I said, which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial. Everyone gather once again.
Looks like I have to do this. Okay then. Turn.
Makoto,
You're early, Makoto.
listen.
Does that mean you feel prepared? Yeah, for now at least. But where's everyone? Why aren't they here yet?
However-
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll come here soon. Jessica! Jessica? Hina? Hero? It's Coco.
You called for me and so I appear.
I didn't call for you.
I'm on fire.
Ah, strong silent master, so wonderful, so cool, so hot, my lord. Now listen, everything will be fine. You leave it to me.
My beautiful
Oh,
scissors.
sorry, don't you shut the master of evil. If it's what master wants, it can be boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. They could be a girl and boys with it. Where am I? No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Is everyone here? Oh, and wearing our gloomy ghost faces, I see.
Well now.
Okay, well then, let's begin.
Chills, kills.
This final class trial is gonna be a slaughter in pitch black despair. Huh?
That's fine.
You're right. This is the final class trial, and this time it'll be fair. I'm a bear in good standing, you know.
Unbelievable.
If there was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year.
Today, I'm feeling.
Stop talking.
You guys.
Whatever.
In the name of my
This
family.
will be over in no time.
Hey. However,
Yeah, I think so.
So,
It's creepy. It's the final trial site. Oh, what do you think? Isn't it just a perfect background for deciding a person's fate? It's the long-awaited last stage and the always exciting final boss battle.
Thrills, chill.
Trial. Alright.
Since this will be the final class trial, I've come up with a special rule. So listen up. If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win. But if you can't, then I win! And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment!
Are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Yep, sure will.
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not! Bears never go back on their word!
Never mind all that. I just have one.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling okay?
Is the mastermind only one person? Don't bother. You're all the mastermind, aren't you? You're all out to get me. I'm right, aren't I? I knew it. You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
Hey, you stole my line. You're all out to get me. I have evidence of...
What a coincidence. Evidence that proves everyone...
What? This doesn't make any sense. How can the three of us each have that kind of evidence?
No, that's wrong. It's not just you three. I have evidence too.
What? You too?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
Well, yeah. Huh? Wait, but mine's different. With the picture you have, I'm in it. But that can't be right. Because in... See? I'm the only one not in it.
Hero, you have a
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
So the secret in these pictures and...
Secret or whatever, I don't care.
But you're in my picture. You're the one's
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other. The mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working.
Huh? A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
I got it! In each case, the only one not in the picture is the person who received it. So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing. In the picture Hina got, she's the only one missing. And in the picture Hiro got, he's the only one missing.
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
In other words, Monokuma gave each of us a group photo in which...
And when we each saw our picture...
Figure...
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
Listen, can I see everyone's... It's not directly connected to what we're talking...
Sure, no problem.
Yeah.
Can you just forget about trying to trick me with such an obvious...
And on top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
So you... No. I assure you, they're quite real.
What are you talking...
Yeah! So it's gotta be a fake!
But you know, can we really be so sure?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong. I don't remember taking this picture either. Is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
What do you mean?
Penguin Gambit's one of the harder ones. Me. How do you spell amnesia? Magical Amnesia. I think it might be M next. I didn't do that. Where's the M? Give me the M. Where is the frickin' M? Not I. How do I spell amnesia? So it does do something
I
different.
refuse to give up yet.
I know like the mastermind pops up at some point during the trial. I'm not sure when, and I wonder if that makes it different. Because I know it doesn't end the trial there. Neither did I have two. Hey. Yeah, I figured out how to spell amnesia!
Let's say that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same... As if! You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult-type story?
Yeah, we all...
What the...
You're saying we all got spontaneous? Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi?
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory. Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
Wait, no, you don't. No, you don't. I missed.
It's totally stupid. Obviously. You're saying we all... Since when did this turn into...
I promise you, ever since I remember everything that's happened.
No, you don't.
No, it's wrong. Those photos aren't the only things that point to the This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
No, it's nothing like that. It's a video of all of us.
When you say all of us, you mean...
I mean all of us, including you.
You lie! I never did any kind of interview.
You lie.
No, it's not a lie. Just... The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
What are you saying?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost?
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
How can you say that? We're talking...
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us. What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
We'd say no, obviously.
Actually, we all said we could. Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why? Why would you say...
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
The same goes for everyone. You don't remember choosing to live here.
It doesn't matter if even if I bought the whole amnesia thing. The idea that I would want to live here, that's just insane.
Insane or not.
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
What?
I I know it sounds absurd.
What are you,
but
Hifumi?
if it's the truth,
what?
there's nothing we
Indeed.
Yep, you all totally lost.
This is all.
And this isn't like some normal. You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Oopsie. You figured that part out too, huh?
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the...
But how could someone just steal our memories?
How? Come. That hardly matters right now. If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains? Would you really believe anything
What matters is figuring out what memories you... The interview with the headmaster, there must have been a purpose to it all.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
You mean the motive you came up with? To try and get us to all kill each other?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
It sure does. But that part's still a secret. Anyway, I'm sure it's not you.
Okay, so you want us to figure out...
Please don't give me 5 bullets again. I can't handle 5 bullets.
So who did it? Who killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind that much, I'm sure.
When you think of it, is the mastermind really here?
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
Shoot!
So who did it?
Whoever did it is that much I...
When you... Is the mastermind...
Of course! They have to be...
What makes you...
Exactly! You're just... The mastermind is...
Probably a million miles away.
No,
Wrong.
it's wrong! There's no question that the master...
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
In the back of the data center, the mastermind must have been using that, so there can't be any doubt.
There can't be, in which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
What?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma... So if the mastermind is in the...
So we're the only ones here? It's not me! I'm not the mastermind!
Well, it's not me! I blame Makoto!
What? Why me?
'Cause it's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed!
Oh, I get it! The only way he could have survived is if...
Aw, nuts! Yeah.
Wait! What are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. The mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. Just as soon as we find out...
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering...
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking?
He's right.
If you want something to talk about, we haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Huh? But...
No, that isn't wouldn't you agree?
I got it! All of the wounds covering her...
Hey, now hold on a second. It made it pretty clear, so they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That doesn't... Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here! Huh? How do you know that? Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate...
You're wrong.
She denied me. Before I could even say anything.
Did that turn you on?
Come on. I mean, you think I'm not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say.
The heck? Did that turn her on or something?
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier, she must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
No, that's wrong.
Let's actually fast forward past it.
No. The file we found in the headmaster's room. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
To be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing. Oh, maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
Anyway,
What
so
training
we
are
can
you
be
talking
sure
about?
that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school. In which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
But if that's what killed her, then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night? Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant. If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her. So who was it that...
I got it! The one who attacked me was the true mastermind. When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask, I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me. But I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient. Let's start off with your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? You can't really know who was under that. The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba.
This is actually a hard one.
You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any... I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
You're wrong. There's another part of the attack.
Oh? And is it the right hand? Or the left hand? Maybe the right foot? Or perhaps, or could it be... the hips? You never saw their face, so you
I don't know
can't
if it's
have
the right
any...
hand,
I'm telling
so-
you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba!
No, it isn't.
Shoot!
What was the left hand
Never
then?
saw it, so you can't have... I'm telling you now, it was...
You're wrong. There's another part of the attack.
Oh? Is it the right or the left hand? Maybe the... or perhaps... or could it be... the hip? You
Come
never
on,
saw
her
their...
being
so you
sick.
can't have... I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba! Shoot! You never saw it, so you can't have... I'm telling you now.
You're wrong. There's another part of the...
Oh? Is it the... or the left? Maybe the... or perhaps... or could it be... the hips? You never saw their face, so you can't have... I'm telling you now,
You're wrong. Even if there's another part of the...
Oh?
Is it the or the left? Maybe the or perhaps, or could it be the hip? You never saw there, so you can't have any. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusa. You're wrong. There's another part of the Oh? Is it the right hand or the
Hopefully
left
I'm right.
No, that's wrong.
I didn't know which hand it was.
Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly. A representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me. And there was no such tattoo. So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her. But that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, someone else, right?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah! We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it could.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have, but what about Kyoko? Uh-oh, no snap.
If you insist, I don't.
Huh? Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Your hands!
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me. My scars should suffice as proof. Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like me?
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much, there can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
This is just awful! On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at the... sorry. Did I say...
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure. As long as it means pushing me farther into the court. Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstance...
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good...
On the contrary.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived.
In that regard, I promise you, without a doubt.
Then somehow, she was killed in secret.
And after she died, who knows how much time did the culprit stash her somewhere?
If she was, she would have been totally dead.
Then she was being
The biolab.
I got it! Mukuro's body was
Biolab?
That's right. So it's the perfect place to hide.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what... Shoot!
I don't know, Marco Iwasaba?
Shoot!
I'm scared.
I refuse to give up yet! I got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says Biolab.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
That's what she
Makoto's
said.
nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole...
So when the killer moved, then they simply left it as it was.
You made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
That's just a wild guess. Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was...
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining, but you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, because the key to uncovering your secret...
You talking about
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistent...
La la la, I can't...
Such a child.
Hey, by the way, Makoto,
What one thing?
your family. Don't... So what do you think?
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, are they really as safe?
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto.
He does not want to hear what I have to say.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
Yes, I am very sure.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
At this point, not anymore, because I feel like I'm about to get screwed so freaking hard.
I'm not listening! Are you sure about this? That's
Got to
impossible!
get in again.
I'm not listening!
Ow!
What? What do you want?
Biolab light.
I'm not listening!
This should prove it.
That was almost so sick.
Consistency Kyoko's talking about...
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before. And as part of that, that's where everyone...
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means...
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in, and there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here.
Should be 10 lights.
Got it! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious? That's simple. Just recall...
One of the dead thieves.
That's right. Any other number? But according to the lights in the biolab...
You're saying a dead body?
I got it! The mastermind...
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body. And yet...
Then it may very well be that none of them disappeared. But if that's true, including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of...
what about it? This
Killed twice?
officially, 10 murders have been committed, but one of the victims may have been murdered. And that if that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess.
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell—
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusa.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the—
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed. Besides, who could that
All you have to do is look at those bodily—
Nothing's because Kyoko's totally...
Those wounds look like spears. Junko!
Who is this someone else that wasn't
Sayaka, Maizono, Junko Enoshima, Leon Kuwata,
Chihiro, Mando, Kiyotaki Fumi, Celestial, or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this someone? Was it Sayaka,
Junko Enoshima,
Leon, Chihiro, Mando, Kiyotaki Fumi, Celestial, or maybe...
No, there's no way anyone was murdered.
No. Dang it. Maybe I need to do Junko.
Who is this? Was it Sayaka,
Junko Enoshima, Leon Kuwata.
Why am I stupid?
Chihiro, Mando, Kiyotaki Fumi, Celestial, or maybe... No, there's no way
Anyone was murdered twice.
Who
That's
is this someone?
a
Was
lie.
it Sayaka,
Junko Enoshima,
Okay, so I was not doing the wrong order.
Junko, wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered—
Then the similarities match?
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
So let me see if I have this straight. Junko, or someone going by that name, then her body— only this time—
It all matches up, right?
It's really true? Wait, so
it means that there haven't been 10, which also means that among the people we thought were dead—
And that's the true idea.
Who is it?
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive. She took Yugo's body and made it look like So...
No.
Total silence?
No. The other way around.
The body we found, it wasn't Mukuro. Then she's still alive? That's right. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro!
Shoot!
The body we found wasn't Mukuro. Then she's still alive. That's right. So the mastermind's true identity is...
What do you say, Monica?
Definitely not it.
The body we found, it wasn't Mukuro.
I'm screwed.
Shoot! I refuse to give up yet!
Can't give up now. Can't stop, won't stop. Okay.
The body we found in the garden, it wasn't Mukuro. Then she's still alive. That's right. So the mastermind's true identity is...
Mukuro!
Shoot!
I don't know what it is.
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
No, that's wrong. No. The body we found in the garden, the body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records. Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were 31, 20, everything in her profile.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo.
Junko.
Here's my answer. Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about...
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be... But we saw her get impaled. If Junko were still alive... But you yourself confirmed she was...
She was dead.
So,
It must be...
then you're withdrawing.
I know you gave it your...
This case hasn't been... You haven't given up already.
No! Of course...
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to... Junko, absolutely...
Both of them are dead.
I think we need to look... Let's assume Junko is still alive. If
If it wasn't actually Junko. Replica? Replace! Replace!
Now I understand. That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
Switch places?
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything matched.
I don't know anything about this. That had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Yeah, you're saying that... Right when she was about to die? Like she used some kind...
Good point. So maybe the whole...
It's just the beginning.
The two of them may have switched places from the very beginning.
What?
Yes, from the moment we first met. If that's when then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. It's actually Mukuro all along?
I had, like, a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was. So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko, and we never would... That would easily allow the two of them to...
Wait, but Mukuro had a... Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that. If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished. Plus, there were the fake nails found... They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
But
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto.
But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure. Making it look like Mukuro was...
The reason such an elaborate plan...
So Mukuro, in other words, it would be...
What's wrong?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her. When did I?
Shoot!
I'm so confused.
Shoot!
What do you want from me?
Shoot!
I only got one chance. Dang it.
I refuse to give up yet! Two of them?
I'm gonna get a fat ass. The fattest ass.
After all,
That...
She could have...
shoot! I got it!
Yeah.
While I was in the AV room, watching... You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. Is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke! Are you sure about this? You're getting all riled up! That's impossible!
Combo breaker!
That's impossible!
Dang it, I messed up.
What? What do you want? That's impossible!
This should prove it.
You weren't in photo, weren't you?
The video wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. I noticed it just a little while ago. When we were all comparing all the photos, there's a certain...
What's so unusual about them?
Junko's not in him. Junko's definitely... Junko's face is covered up.
I got it! Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face. It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden, and on top of that, so in other words, with all that in mind, which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face, because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko...
I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she died and is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game. She's the true Xanadu times two!
With this, the identity and the crimes of...
No! Don't bother trying. There's no more room for debate. I'll prove it.
I can't finish the closing argument now, but I'll see you next video. Bye.